Hello, my name is April Millaway, and today I'm going to be talking to you about NASA's Artemis competition, or the battle between Blue Origin and SpaceX. In March of 2018, President Donald Trump issued a national space strategy, which outlined two specific deliverables: a 2024 return to the moon and a 2028 sustainable presence of the United States on the moon. As a result, the Artemis missions were created by NASA to advance space travel, innovate lunar technologies, and create scientific discoveries within the lunar environment. A human landing system component to the Artemis missions was released as a bid competition. The scope of this bid competition included assisting NASA in the development of a vehicle to take astronauts to the lunar surface. As you can see, 2 crew would start on the vehicle, with a future vehicle to be able to hold 4 crew. Industry stakeholders involved in the HLS bid competition included Blue Origin, Dianetics, and SpaceX. Additional SpaceX agreement competitions occurred with the following industry partners listed on the slide. In the original HLS bid competition for the baseline contract, the Blue Origin team proposed a 3-stage landing system. There were challenges such as vehicle maturity, power and propulsion systems complexity, and required checkout with this design. Team 2 Dianetics proposed a single element landing system with challenges to the design such as vehicle maturity, complex propulsion systems, and NASA's anticipated damage to this vehicle from lunar debris. Team 3 SpaceX proposed an integrated lander system with challenges including a highly complex launch, vehicle maturity, a complex propulsion system, and crew height above the lunar surface. During the baseline bid, the evaluators initially eliminated Boeing and Bybase after the first review. They awarded 3 10-month awards to Blue Origin, Dianetics, and SpaceX. This baseline period of performance included research and development of design solutions for the review of NASA with the intention of NASA to develop a follow-on contract with at least one or more providers for purchase of the actual human lander system. The follow-on contract was actually awarded to only one of the industry partners, SpaceX. SpaceX received $2.9 billion to be able to develop a human lander system. This was a result of budget cuts for NASA, which forced them to sole source the contract to only SpaceX. Blue Origin was very upset by this decision. They filed a protest with the Government Accountability Office, which was denied. Then a federal lawsuit was filed by Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin. The court denied this protest. Then NASA decided to issue SpaceX agreements so that industry would remain involved and future awards could be established to maintain positive relationships between NASA and industry. The next steps for NASA's program include a second path for new technology for crewed missions to the surface of the Moon, Mars, and beyond. As we mentioned prior, SpaceX agreements have been issued to several companies to support these technology prototypes and testing. Blue Origin, Northrop Grumman, Sierra Space, Special Aerospace Services, Think Orbital, and VAST are part of these SpaceX agreements. There was a huge impact from this competition. There was an increase in prime and subcontractor involvement, over 40 companies. This was a result of NASA reducing the restrictions of the design and the reporting requirements of the competitions and of the contract awards. The down select and award to 3 of the 5 companies is still over 50% of the original bids, which for a federal bid competition is positive. This competition, having a baseline period of 10 months awarded to 3 teams, allowed for a trial period so NASA could establish relationships and ongoing observations of the actual solutions that they would be purchasing. Due to these competitions, there was a huge increase in innovation, a willingness to continue partnerships with the agency even though several companies lost the follow-on bids. There has been progress toward reaching the presidential mandate of the 2024 return to the moon, and the United States is still a pace setter in space travel and lunar exploration, while in competition closely with Russia and China. This summer in May 2023, Blue Origin actually was finally able to receive funding from NASA. They will be developing a second lunar landing system. So SpaceX and Blue Origin will provide landing systems to NASA for the future for missions. SpaceX will provide the first crewed mission to the moon, with Blue Origin providing the following crewed mission to the moon. As we think about the future of NASA, we need to again be able to understand the pressure of a federal agency to issue contracts to providers such as impressive companies, as in SpaceX and Blue Origin, which provide wonderful solutions to NASA to reach our goals to return to the moon and beyond. You will see slides with my references, and I appreciate your time.